What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video tutorial of the series Code Exchange. Previously we left after updating some settings for our Django project, and we added database information. We created a database in MySQL, updated database file, and pretty much that's all we did in previous video. We also added some debugging logging information here in our settings file, and I tried to explain stuff, but these are pretty much standard stuff, so it's nothing to explain about it. It's just how to log and what to log information stuff here. I added a couple more things here, static file finders. So I'm just using some of the Django's finders classes, and it will take care for us just in case, depending on your operating system, the developer machine environment, or your production site environment. It depends on that. So we are asking Django to take care for everything for us. And I added another custom variable, CE site URL, code exchange site URL. Right now it's localhost 8822. If you remember, we did set up the port, and it's running right here. So just in case if we need to use it somewhere in system, we have the reference. So that's why I just added here. Now in this video tutorial we will talk about React, and previously in our introduction video we talked about the React and a little bit about React and what it is. So React is basically JavaScript framework, I would say. It's created by Facebook, which is pretty good. It's a Facebook's open source project, so you can go to GitHub and look into the code if you don't have any idea. If you want to know what's under hood of the React JS, basically it's a front end JavaScript framework. It helps to create a front end for the websites, and it is awesome framework, or I would say a JavaScript library. Well, I don't know why I'm calling it framework, but I don't know. Let's just go with JavaScript library because they say library. So so we'll try to use React library for our website projects front end, and we will try to implement the React JS here. We can separate out both our React frontend and Django backend by running it on two different system, I would say. Or like, we can use Django to create something like api.website.com or something, where website.com would be, or www website would be our front end, which uses just React. But this project is about adding React to your Django project. It's not about creating a separate two separate projects or something. This project is about using React front end for your Django website. So that's what I'm gonna do for this project, and let's get started. So first thing I want to install is another plugin for our project. So I'll just go simply using PyCharm. I would go to project interpreter and just add plus sign here, and I'm going to search for Django Webpack. Still cannot type it. All right, Webpack loader. That's what we need to install. So let's go ahead and hopefully it will install. Yep, it installed without any error, so I can close. Okay, and let the PyCharm do its job. I'm going to add a couple other things. So for Webpack settings, Webpack loader, and it's gonna be our dictionary object, which has a default, another dictionary object, bundle dir name, which you want to specify. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this guy and paste it here. I mean, I can just use the static files dir. Let's go ahead and do that. You know what? Static file deals dirs, and bundle. Got tuple instead. Oh, it is returning tuple, so you know what? I'll just go ahead and for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it bundle. All right, stats, let's go our file. I want os.path.join paste here, and I want webpack stats.json. Right now we don't have the file in our project root, that's why you're getting this error. You see, you can see unresolved reference. So let's go ahead and create a JSON file here. Right click, new file, and it's gonna be just empty JSON file. So I don't want it to yell at me, so I'm gonna just leave the empty brackets here. All right, so far everything looks good for our settings. Our server is up and running. If I go to back here and check it, yep, everything looks good, nothing's broken. So far so good. All right, so now we're going to use terminal and try to create a new project. Let's just make sure that we are in our project's root directory, and it looks like we are. So one more thing, guys, we need to make sure that npm is installed. In my machine I have already installed npm and node.js, so you can see that I'm running node 10.9.0 and npm is 6.4.1. and so now I'm gonna do npm init, and it's gonna ask us information. So I'm gonna do code exchange, that's gonna be our package name, version 1, description, code exchange, a platform for developer community. I can change it later anytime, you know, so let's just go with this one right now. Let's just keep it index.js because we will be able to update it later anyway. And we will be updating the package.json file that npm init will create. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the default stuff right now. Just enter real Joshi author ISC, looks everything good. All right, and we should have package.json file here. So this is what it looks like. This file is created by npm install, and I'm gonna go ahead and find my notes, and I'm gonna update the file information. So okay, so everything looks good here. So basically and just change it to programmers community platform, or I don't like it, let's go for a platform for I don't know why I'm not able to type. It's 10:16 p.m. guys. You can see I had a really long day, and in my introduction video I told you guys that I have a job, I'm a professional programmer, and I'm still learning, just so you know, guys, because what I believe in professional programming, you can never know everything. So every day there's a new stuff coming out in a field you've been working. Like I've been working with Django for 3 years, and you know, Django's updating their project like every now and then. So there are a lot of things that I don't know, and I'm pretty sure I will not know in next 20 years either. So I'm just curious person who wants to learn in programming as much as I can, and I'm pretty sure you guys are the same. That's why you are here. All right, so let me go ahead and explain everything line by line. For the package.json, we covered name, version. It is pretty much telling us about the project information. For now, we are keeping a project private. And description, this is our entry point. We don't have index.js file, but we'll ignore it right now. These are our commands that we can run here, just like npm. I can tell it to start, it will crap out. See, there's error because we do not have React start or React build or anything installed. Other information, author, licenses, we don't need to worry about it. Dependencies. These dependencies are kind of like a package that we installed, like for the using pip and PyCharm installer for our Python project. These packages are for our Node project. They use JavaScript as a backend, and this will be installed as a Node modules for our package. And we also need developer dependencies to develop our project and create build files later. So we'll be using obviously React. So we got React DOM, React Redux, loading, router DOM for the routing. I don't know. I'm not sure if we are going to use React router or not, because sometimes it's using with applications like Django, it has some memory issues. It caches URLs, and so if you are running Django's default HTML views and everything on some endpoint or some URL on your project, it will just show the cached React router. And I have had this problem mostly with Google Chrome, and also a couple times I had this problem with Safari browser. So I'm not sure if we are going to use React DOM or not, but let's just keep it here. The other thing, if you guys don't know what this caret sign means here, is basically I'm telling Node whenever I install, I want to install this module at least 0.0.6 version or the latest version after 0.6.0. So basically Node npm will decide which one is the latest project module. So it will try to install. If there's something they don't have any updated version, they will install this 0.6.0 for deep extend dependency. And same goes for development dependency. And I'm just explaining, I'm telling Node what engines I'm using right now. So I got Node version 10.9.0 and npm version 6.4.1, which is currently the latest version right now. So let me go ahead and run another command, npm install. This command will install all these dependencies in our project. It will create a new folder right here in the root of our project called node_module, and it will install all these files. The other thing, if you guys noticed that we have db.sqlite3, this one was created by default by Django at first before we updated our settings file, and we don't need this one anymore. So I can just go ahead and delete this one. All right, so let's go ahead and run npm install, and it's going to take some time. So depending on your internet speed and your machine's speed, it will process. I have really good internet, but still it's not Node modules, and they will take some more time. I'm not going to cut my video because I think it should not take a long time. So okay, while it's doing, let me go ahead and try to explain some other stuff. Settings. Mostly in settings file, everything is the variables that our Django project will be using, and we can add our custom variables like CE side. The other reason we are capitalizing all the characters is because we're kind of making a constant variable. We don't want them to change. So Node is installed. Let's see what's the bug. If you see here, it's giving us a error that found one low security vulnerability. If you run audit fix to fix them, or npm audit for details. So let's go ahead and copy and paste and see the details. And you can see that npm installed created a package-log.json file. So it's manual review for some bugs, and it's a really low security level, so we don't need to worry about it. We need to add the extended patch 0.5.1, which we already have in our package.json file. We're using the latest one, but one of the webpacks dependency is using this old version. So it is still pointing to this version, and we also have this version, but I'm not sure why it's not updating it, and we'll just ignore it because it's really low level security warning. So clear, and everything looks good so far. Let's go and make sure everything's working. Yes, everything's working. We don't need the React, so I'm going to close this window, back to our project. So in this video, we basically installed our npm or node modules for React and other supporting these dependencies, and in future we might need more dependencies to be installed, and I will show you guys how to install more dependencies. We can just enter name here and version and then run npm install, or we can use npm install command to install more dependencies. So if you guys have any question, comments, just feel free to leave it below the video. And if you like the project, if you like the idea, just to show support, you can subscribe to my channel, so you will get the notification whenever I upload new content. And I hope to share my content with as many people as I can, and with all of your help I can reach to more audience. And I just wanna say thank you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.